So let's go back to the beginning of the unit. Okay, and we can actually probably start here, because in here it pretty much breaks down what you're gonna do in word-wise, word work, okay? So now, if we look at the current unit, we're talking about, concept talk. No, we're talking about experiences that bring diverse
So
people.
current unit?
Yes. Take a seat. Now, remember, we're gonna follow this procedure in number order.
Okay.
So we're gonna look at what our last unit entailed. So let's go back. And we talked about, just say experiences. Experiences.
Okay.
And then our next unit within your curriculum. Now, as you work with your team, Ms. Flores, they're gonna guide you through our curriculum and what we have here. I know this is all new to you, so I just wanna work with you and you get that experience from me first.
Okay.
But as you work and grow with your team, you'll get the hang of this, okay? They're already pretty much familiar with it, okay? All right, so now we're gonna look at next unit. So the next unit of study, so as you can see, there's tabs in your
Okay.
curriculum to where you can go to those different areas of study. And we're talking about opportunities. Okay. Okay, so now, what did I say? Remember what I said about big picture? What does that mean?
What do we want to like relate to the whole, to real world?
Right, the whole concept, right? Okay, so when we think about the whole concept of all this, we're talking about real world experiences, okay? All right, so let's go back and read, because when we go back and when we actually teach you how to deliver this to students, we're gonna talk about a cue, do, and review.
Okay.
Okay, so when you're cueing the actual device to students, you're gonna let them know the purpose of using this device. And with that cueing, this piece here is your overall piece that you're going to talk about. Okay, so now I'm gonna go back with my students and I'll say, our current unit, boys and girls, are about what experience bring people together. Okay, that is about what? And then they're gonna give me that meaning. Okay, and then we're going to go into number 2. Our last unit was experiences, and then next unit will be the opportunities, okay? And then the bigger picture is real world experiences, okay? And so now, as you plan with your team, you guys are gonna look at the scope and sequence and decide which areas of coverage we're going to cover here, according to what our district has put in scope and sequence for that piece, okay? So I'm gonna give you a little bit time to kind of look over the curriculum, and then I'm gonna come back or I'll get my specialist to come back and work with you on that unit piece, okay? All right, give you a few minutes.
So, how's it going?
Okay.
I see it.
Okay, so I have vocabulary. We're gonna have, because it's gonna tie in experiences.
Right, and I see you went back to the old previous unit that we had and making that connection. Okay, that's good.
Okay, some of the
And
activities.
then we can list some of the activities that they're going to be doing, experiences like, dictionary.
Okay, so like discussion.
discussing the different words and what they mean to them and how they can apply that to their everyday life. Videos.
Like they can actually create a video
Right.
of showing how, telling them about their experiences, or maybe movie clips.
Right. And like she said before, like comparing, comparing is a good thing. From one person's experience from another person's experience. Okay.
Okay. I'm sorry. Did you know what kind of? Well, she said it was going to be like some
Like the
subtitles. Or
yeah,
something.
the subtitles are part of the unit map. It's for each individual piece for each student. And this is a good part is that they get to ask questions themselves because we want those kids to be talking, and that's a part of them being active in class. And it can really show you the growth and who you need to recognize who's not talking as much, who's not participating, so you'll know where to go and zone in to help those individual students. And sometimes, a lot of our students find out about one another during this discussion piece.
I like the way they have ELL.
And so having this unit organizer helps all the students know everybody's answers does not have to be the same, especially there are different types of questions, their experiences, and because they're not the same, we're able to compare as well. So yeah, it looks like you're doing pretty good, yes.
Okay.
And then as you get all of this completed and you talk with your students, you're able to see where they're at and what are the questions to bring higher rigor for them. Yes. So how do you think this compares into your previous use of whatever you used prior to coming here?
It's more detailed, and I see it's going to take more than just me working alone. It's going to take a collaboration.
Right.
So that's why I see.
And that's what I like about this organizer and actually this whole plan, because we're able to come as teachers and develop a plan. Identify the students by their individualized needs so we can put them in certain groups, and then we have a organizer for them to actually do their work.
Okay.
And it's awesome being able to give them a plan of what they're going to do the whole week so they know where that they are, because you make a homeschool connection and say, for instance, when we were on financial literacy, oh, mom, dad, we're learning about banking, we're learning about literacy, and tomorrow we're going to be talking about credit cards, and so that could be the dinner table discussion with their parents, so then they can come back to school and be able to share their experience and their knowledge, and it just bridges that home and school connection, and we're all learning. So I think it's a really good program. It really is, and I like that it's very student friendly. Okay. All right, you're doing good.
All right, thank you.
I'm so glad to have you on our team.
So how we're making out, Ms. Flores?
Okay. Actually,
Yes,
Miss
Cole?
Yes, made very clear, how this is really beneficial to the kids, how they can take it home, and they could probably have discussion with their parents, especially with the money and how to use money, balance checkbook, and all those things, and that can get the conversation going about that. So what we have to try to do, like with this reading ELA, they can talk about their experiences, and they can talk amongst their parents. What experience did they have in a particular thing.
Right. So you understand now that the sole purpose of this idea is to make sure our kids understand what they're learning. And once again, like you said, they take this home, their parents get to see it. They also understand what has taken place. They have a thorough understanding of what needs to happen. Okay? All right. So we're going to take a 2-minute break, and we're going to come back. Okay?
Thank you.